that the Anglo-Indian, got the brunt of it because he couldn't join in any of those things. It was not natural for him to indulge in any of those things.
Yep.
That is changing now, and there are Anglo-Indians now who do have political affiliations.
Well, we will be actually. One of our Anglo-Indian stories in the future will be with an Anglo-Indian person with political affiliation, so we'll be able to get a first-hand account of that. The other thing, I remember you telling me that you actually had met Frank Anthony.
Yes, I did.
And I suppose he's quite, or maybe even the iconic figure for the Anglo-Indian from the 30s through to the early 60s. Can you just tell us a little bit about Frank Anthony and also the Anglo-Indian associations around that time of independence? Did they try to, or did they pull together to try and represent the larger body of Anglo-Indians? Because, with independence coming, the research shows that many, many Anglo-Indians were afraid of losing their identity. The way they wanted to dress, the food that they ate, or the way they socialised, these sorts of things. Do you remember much of that time?
Yes, I do. I do remember. I've seen Frank Anthony. I met him in 1950 when I was a schoolboy. But then before I tell you about Frank Anthony, a line about his predecessor, Sir Henry Gidney.
Right.
He was the first leader, but he died in 1942. And the mantle of leadership fell on Frank Anthony. Now, I remember this Frank Anthony addressing us schoolboys in 1950 when he was, very serious about people not going to England, about Anglo-Indians not going away. He said, why do you want to go there? And if you go there, you may get only a porter's job. He says, your future is here, you've got to stay in this country. And he was certainly an iconic figure because he's the one who led us through a difficult period in history and came out quite successfully with recognition for us, representation for us, then education institutions and reservations and employment. So he fought for all these things.
Was there a movement? Was there a movement behind him, though, a collective movement of Anglo-Indian associations?
Yes, there was. The All India Anglo-Indian Association at that time, had a very strong membership, and he was the undisputed leader.
Right.
So there's no doubt, that for this alone, Frank Anthony deserves a place in history. He will be remembered. He was the champion of the community at that time.
Right. Yep. So, moving then, one quirky bit of research,
yes,
and I remember you telling me about this, was that you were amused at the fact that you had actually sung 2 national anthems.
Yes.
In your time in India. Tell us a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
There's probably not many people that have experienced that.
God Save the King. George VI was the monarch at that time. And Jana Gana Mana. Now, God Save the King was so much easier to learn and sing than Jana Gana Mana. But I had no problems singing Jana Gana Mana. And with the transition, it's like this. The atmosphere I grew up in, we did cherish a lot of Anglo-Indian and Indian values too, not only the British ones or the English ones. And although I used to read those nursery rhymes, but Little Robin Redbreast, to me, the Indian Sparrow was more familiar. The Indian miner, I could relate to the Indian miner, and not to Little Robin Redbreast. I think I may be quoting Reggie Maher here. He said something like that. And how would it matter to me if London Bridge was, falling down?
Right. Yeah.
I knew Howrah Bridge and the Godavari Bridge and the Mahanadi Bridge.
Yeah.
But it did matter to some people, I can tell you. The thoroughbred, true-blood Anglo-Indians. They couldn't come to terms. Many of them couldn't. And I'll tell you an incident, true incident. Kancharapara workshops of the old East Indian Railways. Kancharapara is in West Bengal. And West Bengalis, they are very politically conscious. So the first Independence Day celebration, 1947, 15th August 1947, after the flag hoisting, a worker walked up to the Anglo-Indian works manager and said, "Jai Hind, sir." And the Anglo-Indian works manager replied, "F-U-U-B."
God.
There was a tool down, spontaneous tool down.
Everyone just dropped.
And he had to apologize. The works manager had to apologize. That's the way it was. So you could imagine when you had people like these, like that chap, the works manager, there was this mistrust and misunderstanding.
But I can understand it, I think, because as you've coined, and I think it's very true, Anglo-Indians are good soldiers. And that would have been like almost, someone's taking away your flag, which is the flag that you always look up to when times are tough to rally the other troops around you.
Yeah, so, he was probably so much in love with the Union Jack.
Yeah.
So he couldn't come to terms with that, tricolour with the chakra in the centre.
But that's all changed now, though.
Oh, yes, it has.
Yeah.
I don't think this would happen.
Okay. Well, we won't make you sing the Indian national anthem today, so we'll let you off that one. Okay. Well, look, so many Anglo-Indians of your age and older have so many fantastic memories and stories and historical facts.
Yes.
Lynn and I at the Anglo-Indian Heritage Centre are working hard to try and encourage people to preserve their memories, the photographs, the documents, that sort of thing. Just why do you think it's important that we keep this alive, this legacy?
I do think it's important, not only for what we owe to the younger generation, in the sense, to tell them about their identity, their roots, but something more than that, because we have a good subculture and good values, the way we worked, the way we lived. And I think it's important for the younger generation to see that, to know that. I would say we are not the first mixed race, not the first mixed community, but we are certainly not a mixed up community.
That's a good
And we are a community ripe for multicultural integration, or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
And I think these people, the younger people, if they go back to their roots, if we have a place like this, or places where we could take them and show them, because those things are still there, those buildings, those walls, those trees, those bungalows, and those walls, those stones could tell them an interesting story.
The Heritage Centre,
yes.
Again, a few years ago now, I had this concept of building a monument.
2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, and you were part of that first brainstorm meeting that we had.
Yes, that's right.
In Chennai.
Yes, I have the badge with me.
That's
right.
The
badge.
Yeah,
it's not right here, but in there.
That was, who was there? Harry McClure was there. His brother-in-law was there. Les
Les
who
D'Souza's
unfortunately
uncle,
passed on.
he passed away, but you know, that's unfortunate really, because Les was, you know, very interested in this project.
Yeah, he was.
Yes.
He said to me that he thought
Harry has too much on his plate. I don't think he could, you know, be involved in so many things.
But the MLA for Madras was there as well.
Yeah, Oscar Nigley.
Oscar Nigley.
Right.
So, you know, the monument, a few people have visualised the monument as a wall. And the wall has the story etched or carved into it of the community, the legacy, the history. Have you thought about what you would see as a monument? Would it be something like a wall, or would it be something that maybe looked...
Well, not a wall. I thought the wall was a good concept too. But I would visualize, I would like it to be a bridge.
Right.
You know, a bridge over a chasm sort of thing. And at both ends of the bridge, you would have a young lady at one end, dressed in a sari, and you know, with a smile of welcome in the Namaste pose.
Right.
And at the other end, you'd have another young lady in Western attire.
Right. Yeah.
You see, with a smile of welcome, and with a hand stretched forward in greeting. And perhaps both taking a step forward.
Okay.
The one on that side and the one this side. I mean, that's the way because I think that's what we've done. We've bridged the cultural divide.
Definitely.
So I would like it to be a bridge.
Yeah. Even, you know, Dr. Richard Johnson, Deakin University here, Richard's a friend of mine, and I've spoken to him many times, and he's certainly, you know, knows a lot about the community. He sees the Anglo-Indian people as a bridge themselves.
Yes.
So that analogy is coming through quite strong. Oh, well, that's good. Well, you know, the more ideas that we get, I'm sure we'll be able to develop something that'll make a huge impact. And, you know, for me, the vision is to have it in India, though, the monument, because I think you need to draw people back. And it's that, you know, making the journey to return to India is all part of the whole experience of getting to the monument. The monument is just the goal, if you like, but it's that whole journey, that
of course,
coming back to the country and experiencing the whole thing again.
Right,
Noel, thanks very much.
It's been
fantastic.
Really pleasure.